Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
That's right. Monday Night Football is here, and we've got two games tonight to talk about here. A nice two-game slate on DraftKings. Bills at Atlanta and Chicago at Washington here. And I got the man back with me, Big T, a.k.a. Big T44 DFS on Twitter. Tony, how was your Sunday, my friend?
It wasn't not one of my better Sundays. I'll admit it. I felt like I was close to a lot of stuff. Honestly, like when you looked at the winner in the Millie of the main slate, it was all the guys like everyone talked about. We talked about. It was a build that you could see yourself getting to. You just had to dodge some of those injuries and just get on the right path, which I'm not saying I would have got to. Obviously, I didn't get to it. I wasn't on it. But you could have made a case for every guy. So it wasn't like it was a weird week. It's just a couple different injuries of really good plays, different things like that.
It wasn't the Back to the Future weeks, right, Tony? Where we're like, how did that guy? Did he go back to the future and get the almanac and friggin' and know exactly what was going to happen? Like, it wasn't one of those weeks where it was just so weird and like there's just no way you could physically click certain guy. Like some weeks you look at it and you're like, well, I was never playing like three of those guys ever. Like it wouldn't matter if I played 150 teams. I wasn't playing them.
Yeah, and there was every play made sense too. I mean, the quarterback, the one team, I don't know if it was even the Millie, but the one team I seen that won, I think it was the Millie, but had Trevor Lawrence, but not any receivers with him and stuff. Different builds like that, because if you just played like all the best plays, like Rico just crushed again. All these guys, every one of them made sense though. So I could see it. And then the night game, I mean, we say it every week multiple times, but this Chiefs team and Mahomes, you just, no matter how confident we are against them,
we got to stop betting against them. We got to stop.
It just doesn't matter. Mahomes is just too good. It's just the Brady effect. It's a joke anymore. I sent the tweet after the game. It's a joke. Like, if we're ever like super confident against him, that's when we should bet on him. If we're ever just like, we know he's going to lose, like I know Detroit's going to beat him. I know for a fact Detroit will beat Mahomes, then I should just immediately flip and bet it all on Mahomes because he's just too good. Like it doesn't matter who he's even out there with. Wait till he gets Rashee Rice back. They said it during the game, but like they're more confident than they were last year when they were undefeated for a long time and went to the Super Bowl. And I don't blame them because they're better.
I mean, I feel more confident that team's going to be good once they get Rice back. And they're already really good right now. They're like catching on right now. And it's only going to get better when you get Rice in there, who they know is their number one guy.
It's scary too. Like there's no other dominant teams right now either. Like everything's shaping up for Mahomes to be right back in the winner's circle. Like it's just all coming together.
I got a question for you. I mean, Tony, they're 8-1 right now to win the Super Bowl. Is this the time? If you're going to bet the Chiefs, is this the time? Do they get any worse?
Now. I mean, who's even up there with them? The Bills can't beat them when it matters.
So the Lions were 8-1 too. I don't know if that's changed.
Lions can definitely. I mean, that game last night didn't convince me the Lions can't beat them.
Here's the problem with the Lions. This is the problem, though. The Lions' offense is relied upon to score a bunch of points when they play really good teams. They can let off the gas a little when they play bad teams because their defense is not going to just give up points constantly. But when they play the top teams, their offense has just got to score 30, Tony. And in that situation last night, so when they get against another top-tier team, whether it be in the NFC or the AFC in the playoffs, it just sucks because you know for a fact pretty much your offense has to score 30 or you're going to lose. Yeah. And that's the thing with the Lions. The Chiefs, I don't think there's ever a spot where the Chiefs are like, we need our offense to score 30 at like always. You know what I mean? Like sometimes their defense can save them. And there's other teams like that too. the Lions aren't that team, man. And the defense just keeps getting hurt. And, it's like almost like San Francisco in a way. Like, I think San Francisco is going to be one of those teams where if they're not scoring 20, like 27 to 30 points a game, they're probably going to lose a lot of games going forward.
I mean, they're going to lose a lot of games anyways. There's just way too many injuries. You can only sustain so many injuries.
Did you see that injury, by the way? Fred Warner.
Yeah, again.
So Tez Johnson, literally, there's a video of it. He looks down at Fred. He sees the injury. He turns around, starts waving, and then he goes and walks away. Like, he was just like, I don't even want to look at this right now. It's like, that's bad.
The poor Niners. I always like the Niners, but, you can only take so many injuries. It's just they just have so many.
And then their better players are like old now too. Like Trent Williams is like older now, and CMC
steamrolled that dude off. Who's that dude he drugged to the ground?
Trent Williams?
He just some little guy was chirping him, and he grabbed him by that face mask, and he just tossed him.
Telling you, if there's one guy I'm not messing with, is Trent Williams. That dude is
enormous.
Scary. He makes the big football guys look small. That's when they're just huge.
And he was legit mad. Like, he steamrolled that little guy.
I'm not. Yeah, that's definitely one guy I would stay away from. I would not be talking shit.
And then he laughed when he got the penalty. He didn't even care. It was just worth it to him. He said, "Worth it." How about the other thing, the Brian Branch Juju situation, where I get it, Brian Branch, it was a bitch move what he did, and there's no excuse for it. But my God, did he punk the shit out of Juju Smith-Schuster? I mean, he made Juju look bad. Like, there's a point. I talk trash as much as anybody. Like, when the game's over, though, and it's like done, and they're like still needling him a little bit, like poke. That's when I'm on more on his side. Like,
bro,
I'm not saying you need to do what he did.
Slapped him and then threw him down when he ran at him.
Yeah. I loved it too, because Juju was thinking for a minute he was going to pull his helmet off, and then he got smart for a second. He's like, "No, let's leave this on," and then he went back over there.
Bro, you ain't beating Brian Branch in a fight, Juju. You're about TikTok and all that other bullshit. You're not about that, Juju.
Hardly anyone in a fight, and he's got to be one of those softers.
Not one dude though. That's not a defensive guy that's walking right up to his face and just bitch slapping him to his face. Like, that guy is not afraid of Juju.
And he'll fight bigger dudes too. He might lose, but he'll go in and fight whoever. He's got some fight to him.
Yeah, he's the idiot that would say something to Trent Williams or someone like that. You know what I mean? Like,
down. Exactly.
So like a wide receiver, you don't want to talk to that dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's the dude you definitely don't want to speak to. But yeah, no, that was funny. I laughed. I laughed after too, where Mahomes is like, they can do all. Mahomes says like the corniest shit sometimes, where he's just like, they can do all that stuff after the whistle, but we're between the lines. We're doing it right, and I can't stand it.
He's added the running back to his game that he didn't have for a few years too. Like, he's just too good.
By the way, they need to give Brashard Smith some more like manufactured touches. That kid is fast. They need to get him they need to stop getting Pacheco involved.
Wait what's going to happen? They're going to trade for a friggin' running back somehow, and they're going to end up just even better.
So I think the Kamara ankle injury in practice, Tony, what happened there, I don't even believe he got injured. I think what happened was they wanted to trade him. He was being what, because he's like, I want to stay in New Orleans. This has already been reported on. He doesn't want to be traded. He doesn't want to go somewhere else. He wants to play his career in New Orleans and stay there. And obviously the Saints are trying to sell because their team is not good. So they're trying to sell their pieces, and he probably was just like, no, I won't go. I'll retire. I bet he threatened retirement and stuff. And then, oh, look, Alvin Kamara, his ankle healed up. He's going to play on Sunday. Like, I think that's what happened. But I'm sure the Chiefs, the Chargers are looking for a running back. Like, I bet you they all called about Kamara.
I don't blame them.
You know, that's, I think, what happened.
Someone in the chat said Rico. Like, I don't know what got into Rico, but this last 2 weeks, whoo. I mean, good Lord, I mean, I said he couldn't do it again too. I'll admit, he was in a good spot and I liked him. But if I thought he could get 200 yards back to back, like, I mean, I don't, that's crazy.
I had a lot of Rico, but I had him with Javonte. That's what hurt those teams.
Yeah.
I had Javonte and Ibuka on like pretty much most of my teams with like Tez. I had Rico on a lot of it, but it didn't matter when you had
How
those
does Rico? We've seen Rico though. Like this is what always blows my mind. Like we've seen him for a long time now, a big sample. How out of nowhere does he just do this? Is
Dude,
it just the matchups? Like it's just random?
I mean, he has had good matchups, but he just looks good too. Like honestly, he's patient at times.
He's running over guys.
But he's like being patient in the run game. He's waiting for the blocks to kind of line up for him to hit the hole. And, it's not just steamrolling. He doesn't run like Pacheco where he's like, I'm just going to run like through everyone. I'm going to run really hard. He's like setting things up and he looks friggin' awesome. And he's big too. I feel like he's bigger than he was last year. Doesn't he look bigger?
He's
than
definitely
last year?
running harder. I mean, he was solid. He was solid last year, but 200 yards back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, he wanted that game too against Dallas. You knew it. He wanted that game bad. That was it. So even the reporter after was like, and then the mic in his mouth. She's like, "You just admitted you really wanted that game." Like, lady, no shit, he wanted that game. That team gave up on him and let him go somewhere else. Of course he wanted. They went and got someone else for his position. Of course he wanted that friggin' game. Sometimes they ask the stupidest questions ever. Debo expected to play. Yeah, we'll get to the games tonight. We were just bullshitting about the games yesterday. We'll get there though, Steve. Daniel, where's Daniel's comment here? I lost track of it. Love that. JSU and Tony goated. Just so y'all know, McNichols, JCM will be optimal tonight. He had a hot take. That's why I had to see it. He had the hot take right there. So, and Tony, I will say we've had decent track record with these backup running backs on these small slates. So maybe, just maybe, you never know here. But yeah, we got the 2 early games. So 7:15, 8:15 start times, which me personally, I like. I like it when they have it an hour apart as opposed to 7:15 and like 10.
I wish they met even more perfectly in the middle. Me being my OCD, I wish literally like as it went to halftime, the second game would start and then it would like, you know what I mean?
It's kind of like close to that, isn't it?
It's close, but I just wish. Yeah, that's my OCD. That's what I mean.
So you wish OCD. Like the ball kicked off on game 2 right whenever
like I want literally like them to kick right as it goes to halftime. Like not even a time, just right.
So you want it coordinated. Yeah. So like if the game goes longer or it goes faster,
no matter
like
what.
It's just
like when it goes to halftime, the next game kicks.
Yeah, I mean,
I honestly think that would be a sweet way to do like Sunday. It would never happen. It's rhetorical, but I think that would be sweet. Like 9:30 is the England, and then right at halftime, the next game goes, and it's just all the way down the line.
I always, in my head, I was always like, I don't know why they have like 9 games that start at the same time. Like, why wouldn't you have like 3 games that start at 1, 3 games that start at like 1:15, 3 games that started at like 1:30? And then, like, you always have a few games that are on. There's not like a halftime. I know it doesn't perfectly line up for the games, so like whatever, but like there's not like that in-between period where you can like run and go get food, even though I like doing that real quick. I'll run and go get food, but like, there's just always football on. I don't know why they don't do shit like that, but whatever. It's just another side tangent we could get on, but before we get into the breakdown of this 2-game slate, if you guys do enjoy these videos, which if you're listening to us babble for the last 15 minutes or so about just nonsense football and not even the slate, then you probably like this show. And if you do, let's hit the like button. I did see someone say something about if we get 100 likes before we even jump on the show, then the next show will start on time. I can guarantee you if we got 100 likes before we even jumped on to start the show, the next show would start on time no matter what. I'd start it by myself if Tony wasn't here on time. I would just start the show. So if you guys want to, please hit the like button. We appreciate it. Thank you, Chef Frank. Chef Frank likes the show. We like Chef Frank. That's how it goes sometimes.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. You want to do the Chuck? You going to do the Chuck? You getting ready for NBA?
I can't fully. What do you? I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna distract us further.
Were you going to say something about basketball?
I'm not gonna distract us further. Don't
Were
let me
you
go.
going to say? Wait a
This
second.
plate. No,
You were going to say something about
it's
basketball.
3:30 already. I'm not distracting us further. We're going into this stuff.
Bro, Tony was going to talk about basketball during preseason.
You're trying to get
NBA.
me to still even say it, and I'm not going to, even though I want
Fine,
to.
I'm going to say it. Peyton Pritchard, I've seen enough. MVP. I've seen enough. MVP, Peyton Pritchard. He's starting this year, Tony. Put it on your calendar. Book it. Can you write it down for me, please? Can you write those words down? Peyton Pritchard, MVP.
Look at old Bravo's trying to tell me again. I still can't believe Prez.
Shout out to Prez. Shout out to Prez
Dude,
for the Jacobs
he came
call.
on and he said the quarterback was going to throw 5 touchdowns, and then he used my running back as the play of the day.
What's so funny, though, about that whole sequence was you got so tilted about him saying Jacobs, and then when you, got over the tilt, you're like, fine, I'll just take Ladd, who was going to be my play of the day, and he smashed. So it just, it was a trickle-down effect of, he took Jacobs from you, and then you took Ladd, and you were like, oh, you like Ladd? Perfect. I'm happy now. I took Ladd from you. It's just
that was unbelievable.
Oh, that was great. It was great. Even though my guy died halfway through the game, it was still fun. So, and the Rams, we didn't even talk about the Rams. We can't even get into the Rams game, but that game just the whole thing shit the bed. That I did not see that happening, Tony. The weather was definitely playing a factor. Had to have. But
for sure.
It had to have. Let's get into this slate so I don't talk more. Mike says I'm drunk. I'm definitely not drunk. I don't drink unless we're on a midnight golf show and I'm being pressured by Tony or I lose a bet.
Was that last Monday when we did the shows? Or was it Thursday? I can't remember. Rubio failed. Rubio didn't joke. That's what I told JSU on the other show. Me and Rubio, we talked for 3 minutes before we were. Our show was already over by now. Actually, I've never done a show under an hour, so it still went an hour. So I'm exaggerating, but we got to the football.
You got right to that football right
there. Was no joking.
But yeah, Sam, the screwball. Nope. Peanut butters. No way. No, I can't even think about it. I'll think about that night. It's disgusting. It still disgusts me to this day. And no. Peyton Pritchard's not the new Gordon Hayward. Okay. He's better than Gordon Hayward. Tony's going to realize that real fast when he turns on one game. He's going to realize it, but that's all right. Stop sidetracking me. Let's get to the football here, Tony, because we got a decent 2-gamer here. We got some decent teams here on this 2-gamer. We will go position by position. Different than other 2-gamers we've had where we have a stud quarterback on this slate, and it doesn't feel like we have a ton of value plays, but they all feel similar, and it doesn't feel like a slate, to me at least, where it's like you could spend up at positions and then still not have unlimited funds after.
Right.
You could spend up at quarterback, at running back, and that's not like what we've had in the past with these 2-game slates, where in the past it's been play whatever quarterback you want because it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Whoever was at quarterback, you could easily get the top wide receiver or the top running backs. That's just not this slate. You're going to have to make some fades. You're going to have to take some stands on this slate. So what do you think about this slate, Tony, just from a general overview from that perspective?
Yeah, I never look at slates super early in the morning, but today, actually, I was doing some stuff on my computer early in the morning, 7:30. And in the chat, one of my favorite people in the Run Pure chat is Jerker. And he freaking was in this chat acting like you can play whoever you want. So it got me curious. I'm I knew I wanted this because I knew I wanted to set the sheets up too, because there's 2 games. I wanted to get a head start. So I start looking, and then I'm tilted because you definitely can't play whoever you want. It was just like you just said. If in his example was he plugged in all the running. Yeah, there's my man Jerker. Jerker's one of my favorites. But you plug in the running backs and the receivers, if you played all the good ones, And then it only left you 3,300 for quarterback, tight end, and defense. And I'm like, yeah, you can play Penix and you can play a 2,500 tight end and you can play the cheap defense, but that's only one combination, and it's actually a perfect slate. So I agree with whoever said that too. Our boy Landis said it in there. It's a great 2-game slate, because I think it's crazy that you can't play exactly what you want, which you usually can in 2-gamers. You're going to have to punt 1 or 2 spots, probably 2 spots. You're going to have to find 2 guys that aren't comfortable or play a cheaper quarterback, which as we go into quarterback, like I don't think you can play Penix on a slate like this. And I always make cases for people. How can you play him over these 3 horses though? Like Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, and then Caleb, who's $2K cheaper than Josh Allen. I don't see any planet where I play Michael Penix. Even if I played 5,000 teams, I don't see how I could play him. So maybe you have a different take than me, but I do not see how you can do that.
The problem with Michael Penix too is like all these other quarterbacks, they all have rushing upside. So it like makes their floor even better when you know like your quarterback just has that like rushing upside to add on to the throwing. And it's like, look at Michael Penix. Michael Penix he ran for 21 in week 1, but then -1, 9, 2. Like that's not good. I'm with you. I can't play Michael Penix. Even if he gets you like a good score, like one of these quarterbacks could easily get 30 on this slate.
One of these quarterbacks is getting 30. Like there's just too much upside, so much upside.
So then the question becomes, does it help if you go down a little bit at quarterback, or do you want the top tier quarterback on this slate? Do you want the Josh Allen here? Is the spend down with Caleb Williams enough to get you? And just looking at the SaberSim ownership right now, it's kind of what I thought. You know, Josh Allen 30 to 40%, Jaden Daniels checking in at 40% right now. He's probably going to be
Caleb has to be higher than this too. Like he just has to be.
Yeah,
I honestly feel like all 3 of these plays are very. I don't think Josh Allen will be any higher or lower. I think these
on name value though, people love Josh Allen. Just throwing that out there.
He's significantly higher than
he is.
Even 800 more than Jaden. I don't know. In
what
my head,
do you
honestly,
think? 25, 30, 30, something like that.
I think you can, just in my head, and it's not going to be. I think you can go around 30 on all 3 of these guys. Like Caleb will for sure be the lowest of the 3, but I don't think it's going to, like right now, Saber says, 16, 40. Like, I don't think it's that dramatic or even close to that dramatic. If it is, like, say that was the ownerships and we knew it right there on the screen, I would have to just shove Caleb at those numbers because he's that much lower owned. But honestly, like, if I was playing 3 max like you like to do, I'd be okay with 1 of each. I know that's a hedge. We'll have plenty of stands as we go always, but to me, in my head, all 3 of these quarterbacks are very, very – I might build quarterback last, build my positions how I like it, and kind of see what salary I got left, because I honestly don't have – and the pricing makes it even more perfect. Josh Allen's the highest, then Jaden, and then Caleb. It's just – I think it's perfect pricing. I do.
Yeah, no, they did a good job. I like them tightening up the pricing a little bit. And I'm with you. I don't know. Caleb's going to be the lowest. I don't know if he's going to be 16%, but 2025. I think he comes in like 2025.
The good part for Caleb that could keep him low is just how good Josh Allen and Jaden are.
Correct.
And everyone's going to want to play Josh, like you said.
Correct. So we know that.
In my head, though, like Josh Allen's the best quarterback on the slate. And you get that. I just picture him on that fast turf where he can just have perfect conditions running around. It's really hard not to just picture him. But then you throw in the running back, right? Okay. So of the 3, who are you most confident in at running back? Obviously,
Bijan.
Probably Buffalo.
Bijan.
He's not in the question. The 3 quarterbacks right there.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Which is another reason I think Bijan's a lock, which isn't a hot take by any means, but he doesn't have the same quarterback as the other 3.
Yeah. It's definitely not a hot take. I'm with you too. It's just that's not a hot take, but
So then you get to the part like, do you play Josh with Cook? And that's what's so
I
great
think
about
you
this
can.
2-game slate. It's a great 2-gamer.
I definitely think you can play them both together. We got to remember too, like, there's no guy like we say Bijan's a lock, but like anything can happen. It's football. Atlanta could go out there and just lay an egg. Buffalo could go and destroy Atlanta after sucking against the Patriots and just, coming out with absolute vengeance and stuff like that. Like we see this stuff all the time. Puka was everyone's favorite play and he busted. He did get hurt though, so I don't
Without
fully
injury, it's
call
going to
that.
be tough for Bijan not to be in the winner. Like without
Right.
injury.
But again, it's football. Anything
Can
can
happen,
happen.
absolutely. And an injury can happen. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it all factors in.
Yeah, 100%. All right. So if you had to rank these guys right now, Tony, because my ranking, I'm going Caleb, Jaden, Josh in my exposure. What are you ranking them if you had to for your exposure?
Like I said, I mean, I truly am going to end up somewhat close to each other. But if I had to rank, I would go Josh, Caleb, Jaden would be my third with the slight injury stuff. With the, I think I would go Josh, Caleb, Jaden. But like I said, I literally think they're very, very similar. And the receiver part too. Like I like Jaden's receiving options the least too.
No, Brett, we're not doing this again. Nobody's rooting for it. Brett's an instigator. I see Brett all the time in the chat. Brett is an instigator. We are not rooting on injuries. I know. Don't take it serious. I knew Brett. I knew exactly what you meant. You were just joking, but I don't want anyone to get confused. Nobody's rooting for an injury. I already got Emeka Buka injury has just destroyed my best ball teams this week, so I'm already heartbroken about that. Hopefully Mike Evans is back this week so it can save some of those teams a little bit. But yeah, no rooting for injury. All right. So Tony, we ranked the quarterbacks. We're in agreement on the Penix part. We're a little different on the rankings, but for the most part,
I honestly think you put in a quarterback like usually I like playing my quarterback as one of my first spots in. Tonight, I seriously think you wait, see who you like in other positions, and then see what works with your team at quarterback.
That works. Yeah, that's fair. Let's go to the running back position though, where I think, is it a 3 running back slate? I'm pretty sure last time we did a 2-game slate, it ended up being a 3 running back slate with I'm pretty sure the 3 obvious running backs that were pretty popular here, Tony. So like, that's the first question. Are we jamming 3 running backs on this slate? Do you not like 3 running backs? Would you rather go 4 receivers? Like, how are you doing that?
I definitely don't need 3 on this slate because you got a lot of unknowns with Bill and with Swift. Just being those guys. I mean, Bijan to me looks like there's no way I'm not playing Bijan. Again, he's going to be 80% owned, but there's no way I'm not playing. Even factoring whatever else you want to factor. With me not playing Penix, there's just no possible way I'm not playing Bijan. If I did not play him, though, I would 100% play Algier in that spot, like 1 million %. So you could even set that rule, like one of Bijan, Algier, Penix, or something. I want one of those 3 on my team. But for me, it's just going to be Bijan. And honestly, the 2 running back build that someone posted, and RJ Harvey, the last time we did a 2-gamer, RJ Harvey was the reason you could win a lot of money. So we were on that one in that slate because that was the best.
We actually talked up RJ Harvey. He wasn't the obvious play though. So could be Travis is right. He was not the obvious play, but it was a 3 running back build. He was the highest scoring running back too, I think, if I remember.
And he
correctly.
Was the reason you would have won the 500K or whatever because he outscored every. I mean, that was a great. We need to find one of them tonight. And honestly, I don't know who that is yet, so we got to talk it through. But I could see it being the 2 Atlanta running backs. Someone said the 2 Washington guys. I don't know if I see that as much, but I do see that it could be the 2 Atlanta guys. Just they start running the ball all over Buffalo. They like to control the pace. it makes sense to me. I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to play Bijan for sure, and Cook's a tough play not to play. But for me, 100% Bijan. Cook I love, especially on non-Josh Allen teams. I think that'll be like a chalky build to me, like maybe Caleb with Bijan and Cook. Like then you get a little bit from all three of those offenses. The number one, it just makes sense. Like that feels like a cash type build. But you get a lot of other options though. I mean, once you start looking at the teams, you got obviously Bijan and Algier. You got Cook, who at this point, at least for me, I'm going to eliminate Ty Johnson and Ray Davis with how it's looked, even on a 2-game slate. Sometimes I like to go to those Bills guys, but not on this slate. There's just too much out there for me. I don't really want to go there. Chicago was on a bye, and Swift has looked terrible. Could you make a case for our boy, Big Daddy Kyle? I think you could. Chicago's a little bit of the unknown factor on this slate because I think going into the bye, they got younger guys like Loveland at tight end, Monangai at running back that could they get a more expanded role at a low ownership after a bye week? I think they could be guys that I might roll the dice on a little bit in like a 20, whatever it is tonight, $20 for 500K to first. I think you could take a chance on these Bears guys over like Washington, like Chris Rodriguez might not even be active, but guys like that. I just don't know. I'd rather roll the dice on a Bears guy, but to me, I still don't know if I want to gamble too much at running back. So on previous slates, we've talked about how you can outscore. I don't know though, with Bijan and Cook having 18 and 22 projections, am I really going to outscore them raw points wise? Even if they struggle, I don't know. It's going to be hard for me not to play those two guys.
It's interesting because you talked about the Algier Bijan builds, and just looking back at Algier's games, if I take out the game where they got routed by Carolina and it was 30-0, and Algier only ran the ball one time. That's an anomaly. That doesn't normally happen, right? So take that game out. All the other games where they either win or they're close, were winning, and then end up losing, like the Tampa, like they were in that game for a lot of that game. He ran the ball 10, 16, and 16 times in those 3 games. Yeah. That's a lot of attempts. And honestly, they like to close with him sometimes, where he's like the finisher when they're ahead. Sometimes they'll put him in there and pound it down the middle for a few possessions in a row, give Bijan a break. If they're ahead in this game, which obviously they're playing the Bills, so that is a big if. It's not the best game. Like he could get double-digit carries, and if he gets double-digit carries, like that could easily be him and Bijan on the winner together.
And I'm telling you, like the correlate, this is why I think we're good at 2-gamers and Showdown compared to, not that I'm saying we suck in bigger slates, but it just makes sense. If you're not playing any Penix, why not play Bijan and Algier? Then you're different and you have upside. What if they just run all over Buffalo? Atlanta is secretly like way more physical than people think and better than people think. I mean, this spread's only 4 in Atlanta, and I said that stat on last week's Sprint Factory, but one of like 4 teams in football that's outgained every opponent's been Atlanta, and they could secretly like be better than people think. So there's a lot of positives to these Atlanta RBs. Butthole Jenkins, baby. What's up, Butthole Jenkins?
Hey, I even got a hello. What's going on, Butthole? That's how we do it.
Hello, Butthole.
Hello, Butthole. But back to this game that you were talking about. You bring up a great point, and the Bills, let's not get confused with this team. Like, I think Wiley was the one who tweeted out, like, the teams Buffalo's beat have a combined record of like 4-20 or 21 or whatever it is. Like, they have not beat good teams. They have not like dominated good teams this year, really. They've kind of beaten up on bad teams. They lose to the Patriots. And remember, the Patriots kind of did what they wanted. Ramondre had those 2 touchdowns, but they're not like the Falcons. Like the Falcons really do want to just run the ball down your throats. I could see Buffalo struggling. It kind of makes sense to me why the spread is what it is. Atlanta might be a little bit of a tougher matchup for a team like the Bills. You know what I mean? Just that grind it style. I mean, look at the schedule though. I mean, the Ravens was a fun game. That was a back and forth one, the week 1. But then they get the Jets, it's 20-point win. The Dolphins, 10-point win, and that was close. That was close, kind of. That was way closer than we thought. Saints, 12. Like those are not good teams, Tony. Those are some of the worst teams I think in the league, really. So bottom 10 for sure. And then the Patriots, however you want to rank the Patriots, but maybe they're middling to good. So, Atlanta, I think we both think Atlanta is right in that. What do you think, Tony? That middle range
I think they're
teams?
a team that I would consider solid, but could be better than people think. I'm
on
not,
the outside looking in of top 12. They're not top 12.
I don't think they're a contender right now, but if at the end of the year you told me they're in contention, I wouldn't be shocked. I think this year's more open than people think. Like
their problem is Penix. Penix. It's the same thing I have with the Dolphins when the Dolphins were winning that year, and I hated Tua, and I was like, guys, just wait. Like Tua's gonna fuck it up. He's gonna shit his shorts, and I just feel like even if Atlanta is good, like at some point, Michael Penix is just going to be bad Michael Penix and blow it for that team. So I just feel like that guy, he's just not good. I don't know what literally when he throws the ball past 15 yards down the field, it literally looks like he's putting everything into it to get the ball down 50. Like it's not good. It's not good. So I'm not a Penix guy. I think that's my problem with the Falcons in general is I don't think he's very good at all. But Bijan is, and the running game is, and I do think that could give problems to them. So I like the idea of maybe pairing those two running backs together on some teams. Like you said, fade the quarterback, play the running backs. Hopefully we get multiple rushing touchdowns in that game. That could easily happen on this slate. So I like that. What about like you didn't bring up JCM? I want to get your JCM.
I brought up Bill. You just ignored my Bill comment again. I talked about
really bring it up though. You said I don't like playing two Washington running backs. You said I don't know if
part
that's
of my issue
happen.
with Bill though is I feel like he's getting like over-owned for having one good game and the preseason buzz, and they still have other options plus Jaden moving the ball. I mean, if that's a true ownership where he's upwards of 60, I mean, I have to be under on that. I just have to be.
I think he's getting owned because people see the true upside of him when he gets the majority of or more of the work. He's not getting 7 carries anymore. He got 14 carries last game.
And it was a perfect storm though, too.
No, I'm just saying like they saw his role evolve and Jaden's back. So when you put all that shit together, you know what I mean? With Jaden back.
Jaden being back's good for him, though?
I do, because his element, I know Marcus Mariota can run, but he just has a different element to the RPO game, I feel like. And it's just so much more of a weapon when he's out there because he's more of a threat to throw. So when you have more of a threat to throw and hurt you, plus he's dangerous with his wheels, it only helps the running game. I think that's why it's hard for teams to stop James Cook and Josh Allen and some of these teams where, honestly, it kind of hurts Bijan in that way where they don't really have this threat of like Michael Penix being able to run. Even put Caleb Williams on that team. I think it makes Bijan better, because you just have that other threat with the quarterback. And I honestly think it helps these young running backs, to be honest with you. Yeah, they can get vultured, but the upside's in the big plays, and he has big playability in him. Like, he definitely has that. And they're playing the Bears. Like, the Bears, they're not, like, the best team either. So, I mean, I think they're going to be a little better tonight. I think they're going to be hyped for this game. Big game, but...
I mean, I think one of the positives for him is if you say that Chris Rodriguez is officially out. If he's out, then you're only down to McNichols and him, which you look at the snap shares all year, it's been basically a third. Close enough. I'm not saying exact, but close enough to that. Now you're only 2 shares. So maybe has he had a game? He hasn't had a game all year above 47% snaps. I mean, that's got to go up to 60 to 65. So you're getting a lot more snap share, but his projection's way higher than it's been too. So I think the projection is definitely factoring in with the obviously it is. I mean, he's projected for 16 freaking points. So obviously the projections factoring that in as well.
Yeah, so he got almost 51% of the snaps last game. He got 50% of the rushing attempts, though. That's the big thing. He got the 50% of the rushing attempts, and he edged all the running backs out in routes run, which is huge. So you're telling me he's not losing out on the receiving to a running back. He's actually either with the top tier guy or he's ahead of him slightly, and he's way ahead of him in rushing attempts. That's the difference between last week and the weeks before, where you were saying it was trending like a 33% kind of split. And now it's not trending that way as much. It could change though, like you said. And if it does change and like Chris Rodriguez comes in and muddies it up a little bit, that'll hurt him for sure. But if it goes like this, he's a really good play, I think, at that price tag. 5,600 on this slate? Let's see. Yeah, 5,600. So the one running back I don't like is Swift. That's the one I don't like this spot for Swift. I think you could pivot to a Monangai if you want to get cute. That'd be the only play on the Bears. So I 47%, 45%, whatever it is. Swift's the guy I'm going to end up being lower on this slate for sure.
If Swift does good, then I just, man, because I do like, we got to put this in all our shows. We forgot yesterday, but the anti-play of the day, I like how we kind of, that's a good, like a couple of these, Swift and Bill.
It was coming at the end. It was coming at the end.
I just like it. I mean, we got to remember, because I still forget until they said it. Like, we needed every show instead of the play of the day and anti-play of the day. So
one thing, people are talking about weather in the chat. I'm assuming they're talking about the Washington game. There's some weather.
This guy's being sarcastic again that you're not reading it that way.
Oh, I didn't do that. I've seen
but yes,
I've seen the chat talk about weather though in one of the games. Where was it? I mean, I'm not going to go back and find it, but I saw some people saying fade the second game, stack the first game, play defenses and running backs. You're not worried at all about weather.
I am not. I mean, the only thing I'll say as a tiebreaker, I'm always going to like Atlanta better as far as that. But no, I'm not worried about. You got a 50 total in one, a 49.5 total in the other. But no, I'm not worried about the weather.
Yeah, light rain.
I still like the Atlanta weather better, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Anything else here at running back, or can we pivot to? I think we talked about it pretty good. I mean, we're both locking Bijan. We like the Algier stack with him. James Cook. You're a little lower on JCM. I don't think you like Swift. I think that's the breakdown for you, right?
And I think the full-blown Millie play is Monangai coming off the bye week. I don't know if you need it on this slate just because of –
that's the problem.
One, I think Bijan and Cook are really hard to not play on this slate because receiver's not as good as it's been. It's really hard for me not to play a good quarterback and these two running backs. So that only leaves one other like flex spot, which I think you have to get creative at that flex spot no matter what, no matter who you play. So I think Algier's a great play in tournaments, and I think Monangai is like the full-blown Millie, just they come out of a bye week, Swift sucks type play where and Swift could roll an ankle and stuff too. Swift at 50% is crazier than Bill at 60%. I mean, both of those – I am super, super easy fades for me. Not fades, but on my main team, I'm not even considering that really.
Yeah, and if you go through, I'm with you. Chicago hasn't been that good running the football anyways. Washington, I'm pretty sure Swift is bottom of the barrel when it comes to the flow chart too, your old flow chart. And it kind of makes sense with the Washington defense because they don't give it up as much in the rushing game. So,
Swift
interesting
sucks.
though.
Anyways, we've talked about Swift for 8 years now. He sucks.
Interesting though, Tony. You know who is the second best team at not giving up fantasy points rushing is the Falcons.
Yeah, because their D line has been amazing.
Yeah. That again, that might be why this line is what it is though. Like They saw the blueprint with the Bills. You stop the Bills' run game, you can slow them
Bills
down.
have struggled with. We've seen it for years. They struggle to stop the run sometimes. It's a decent where Atlanta keeps them off the field. The only thing that scares me with thinking that way, though, is the total's still 50. The total's not scared at all.
You know why it's 50? Because if Josh Allen gets behind, we know it can happen. Like if he gets down,
Exactly.
we know the type of like spiral.
Make a case. That's our only job, and why we always like Showdown. And just sell yourself on a story.
Yep.
Sell yourself on Algier and Bijan as your two running backs with Josh Allen. Maybe then, because it's a tournament anyways, then you play two pass catchers from Buffalo. Sell yourself on the story. It makes sense. That's all I'm saying. It makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It definitely makes sense. All right. Let's get to. I mean, we talked about him. Swift is dog shit. Talk to him. We talked.
We gotta stop pushing it too much though, because this is what we do. And then this freaking guy is gonna torment my life on these shows. It's just gonna. I don't even want to put it out there.
I know. I already bet it. Caleb Williams, 19-1, first touchdown. He's running it in. I already bet it. He's plus 340 rushing. That's the bet. That's the rushing touchdown the Bears are scoring today. They're not scoring any other rushing touchdowns. Just
this
Caleb.
Is what I keep thinking too. Me and Landa have been a little in sync since we had a little turbulence for a minute. We were getting upset with each other. Josh Allen in a dome. I just picture him running all around. Like, man, Josh Allen in a dome is scary.
Yeah, it's definitely scary. He's gonna run around. But by the way, I didn't even tell you this. My little brother, he's got like an 8-way touchdown parlay. His last two legs are His last two legs are Josh Allen and James Cook for $32K. $25 for $32K. He needs Josh Allen and James Cook. So you got to root it in. We got to root in those touchdowns tonight for Anthony.
Those are some good ones too.
They were the lowest odds ones are left. They're offering him like a 7K cash out. He's not taking it. He's letting it ride tonight. So root on James Cook and Josh Allen for my brother. But all right, let's get to the wide receiver position here. Drake London is the top projected guy, which does make sense to me. There's no Darnell Mooney. Then you got Rome Odunze, who's been great coming off of a bye. You got Debo, who I think's going to go. I don't know if there's anything confirmed, though, but he's dealing with an injury, Tony, and I want to get your take on what you're doing with him. And then you got like the Bills guys, Shakir, Keon Coleman. I don't like Keon Coleman as much. It looks like AJ Terrell is going to be back, and it's not a good spot for someone like him anyways. What are you doing with these top tier guys? I mean, DJ Moore hasn't been good. All these guys like 5 to 6K range. I mean, honestly, a lot of them don't look that great to me. There's like a couple that do, and then the rest I don't really love.
Yeah, receiver's definitely the spot tonight that I think's the hardest. The guy that I think's just a lock is Rome. He's just looked amazing. He's been consistent. He's off a bye week, even more time to develop some stuff with this new offense. Rome, to me, is the lock. And I will say Drake is somewhat close to a lock for me, too. I just have bad history with Drake in these island games where, well, it's a 2-gamer, but same difference. I just have bad history with this dude getting injured. He always gets injured. We talk about injuries. This freaking guy always gets injured, and he's projected 70% owned tonight. I'm just throwing it out there, and I'm going to play him, but he just always does. But besides those two, Drake and Rome, I guess Debo is projected higher than Rome somehow. But besides those guys, it is a major crapshoot out there today. So let's just, that receiver, go team by team real quick. So Buffalo, you got Tupac and Keon Coleman. I think Tupac is a way better play than Coleman, but you just never know with Buffalo. Like Buffalo, all 5 of these guys, Palmer, Curtis Samuel actually looked pretty good last week to me too. He was kind of fresh legs, and he looked good to me. I'll be honest.
It helped that Keon was like suspended or whatever for that first quarter. It definitely helped him.
You never know with Buffalo though. If there's a spot to gamble again in a $20 tournament, $500K, I think you can gamble a little on Buffalo and just set a rule in Saber. Give me 2 pass catchers from Buffalo and just throw it in there and say, give me who. But I think Tupac is for sure my favorite there. You go to Atlanta, obviously Drake London. People are going to play Casey Washington. Well, one of my issues with Atlanta and Penix is, man, they're really hurting their receiver. I always hate playing guys like this. I just don't really see it with Casey Washington because it's still a raw points type thing for a lot of these guys. I don't necessarily see it. SaberSim does like it though. I'll be honest. I got like 20% in my sims for Casey Washington, just how it pops up and its price point. Like I said, you got to play 1 punt to get everything you need. It makes sense. Ray McLeod is projected similar, but SaberSim like it might be the 400 that makes a difference too. Honestly, it could being 400 cheaper. I'll never forget Kadero Hodge for what he did to me. The one showdown he cost me a fortune.
You'll never let this.
I'll never get over it. I will never get over what he did to me, and he never has done anything before or after that. It was his one play of his lifetime, and he absolutely screwed me. But I don't like him. And then Chicago, I'm going to continue to never play DJ Moore all year. That's one of the takes. I haven't been great this year. I'll admit it. I've been right on this though. Rome over DJ. I'm not going to play DJ even on a 2-game slate. I do not like DJ Moore in this system. OZ, I like OZ and I like Luther Burden. No one's going to play Luther Burden. Another guy off a bye week. Does his role go up at all? He's 4,500. He's going to be 1% owned on a 2-game slate. I'm not saying he does, and I'm not even saying I'm going to play him because his price point is horrible, but I'm saying he could pop off. So there, and then the Washington spot is, to me, the worst spot of the slate. Debo's kind of a gadget guy to begin with, and then you got guys that have always sucked. I mean, Chris Moore has always sucked. Luke McCaffrey's always sucked. Jalen Lane's at least a rookie who I think he's a rookie, Virginia Tech.
He's a rookie.
He's at least talented. So if I was playing any of them, it would 1,000,000% be Jalen Lane as far as the cheap guys. And then obviously Debo at the top. But I think Jalen Lane to me is a decent amount better than Chris Moore and Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, I kind of agree with a lot of what you said. Honestly, too, receivers are a spot where I think you could just take shots, take chances that somehow 3 of these cheap receivers outscore these top tier guys. You know what I mean? And that's how you get different. And it's probably not going to happen, but is there a world where what Tony said, Luther Burden comes out and he catches a bomb and somehow outscores Rome? And same thing with like OZ or Jalen Lane. I like those guys. I think those are guys you can take shots on that they outscored DJ Moore, who's been bad. Khalil Shakir, who's been up and down, to say the least, right? And Keon Coleman. Like, we're not talking about Jamar Chase, Tony. We're not talking about, these top tier receivers. We're talking about like the next tier, which is Drake London, Rome. They could easily have bad games. The guy I like the most is Drake London. I feel like he's more secure. So if I was going to play one and then fade the rest, Drake London would probably be one. I'd have Rome 2, Debo 3, Khalil 4 would be how I'd rank it here. And I'm probably not going to play DJ. I'm probably not going to play Keon. Low on Shakir, low on Debo, and I think I'm going to do what I said and take a shot on a Jalen Lane, take a shot on a OZ. It's a good spot, I think, for OZ here at 3,500. Luther Burden, those are the guys I like. And I mean, you can even take it a step further and try and make a Casey Washington for Atlanta work. What if he outscores Drake London? I mean, these things can happen. It's just one game. Even if the game happens 10 times, if it happens once, if there's a 10% chance,
one play in one game.
That's it. That's all you need. So yeah, I like it. I'm going to take shots with these bottom tier receivers, and it's going to be some of the lower ones. Even Curtis Samuel. You brought up Curtis Samuel. I do think the first quarter definitely helped him with Keon Coleman sitting, but he still looks good. And in that dome, Tony, the fast track, I feel like someone like Curtis Samuel, he could rip off a big play. You could
Of all
definitely rip
teams,
off one.
well, at least Buffalo's all. I feel like that dude always finds random. He's going to throw a touchdown to someone we're not even talking about right now. I just
Like
know how it
Tyrell
happens.
Shavers. Tyrell Shavers is scoring a touchdown.
It's going to be Shavers.
Today.
You know it is. It's always somebody. Or like the fullback.
It's going to be either him or that dude Hawes, who they used to block, but will play a lot. It'll be one of those two.
Always freaking does it. He finds like a dude out of the stands to throw a touchdown to.
Yeah, he'll figure out a way. He'll definitely figure out a way.
Elijah Moore, boom. I don't even think Elijah Moore's even on the active roster, is he? I don't see him on my list if he is.
He was on there. Isn't he hurt? Or
He's probably hurt. I just always trust the.
I think he was out last game, wasn't he? I don't know. I thought he was.
They got 5 guys on my list, and he's not one of them. So I just assume he's out.
Okay, Moore won't be active. Yeah. I knew he was there, but he won't be active. So yeah, Reggie Gilliam. God, some like that. Remember those guys? Like those type of guys are gonna be someone's gonna score.
Who's it gonna be? Every showdown show we get, there's always just random touchdowns too.
I think I said it. It's gonna be Shavers. It's gonna be friggin' Tyrell Shavers or whatever. He's gonna score the random friggin' touchdown.
My favorite part of the shows we do is when Spencer just comes in. It's always a different spot too. I'm craving the Five Guys burger today.
Funny thing you say that, because my wife texted me this morning while I was working out, and she goes, "Can you pick up Five Guys for me for lunch?" Yeah. And I said, Five Guys. Lady. She never asked me for five. We've never been to Five Guys. Like literally, never, ever.
She's a smart lady, the smartest Sarabian.
Just randomly was like, "Can you get me Five Guys today?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
I love Five Guys.
Do you really? You like
That's
Five
one
Guys?
place Spencer finally got right. I am craving a Five Guys a little bit. I might have to get me a Five Guys tonight.
I didn't even know they had Five Guys around. I don't think I've seen one around you. I was up there a few times.
There's a few.
One. There's a couple.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here. Five Guys, way overrated. I'm with you.
There's no way you've eaten it.
I tried it once. I felt disgusting.
So how do you know it's overrated if you've eaten it once in your life?
Because I tried it once and I didn't like it, so it's overrated.
Like one bite. You don't eat any of that kind of stuff.
I really don't. One opened up by my parents' house where I grew up, so I tried it years ago, and it was disgusting. It's like Chick-fil-A to me. I know people love Chick-fil-A. I tried it once. It just grossed me out. Like I couldn't. I think it's just all that food, though. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
You cannot have the Chick-fil-A slander. Like the only one that tilts me more with their food is Rubio. Like he was saying, like Texas Roadhouse the other night's like the best restaurant in Kentucky or something, and I was just like, and I eat at Roadhouse a lot. Like my family likes Roadhouse. I think it's like just your standard like family restaurant. Like it's not great, it's not bad, it's just standard. It's by no means.
That's what it is.
Incredible though.
That's literally what it is. It's a standard restaurant.
And it's perfect family restaurant. Like it is awesome. I agree, Dalton. It is awesome. I eat there probably once a week.
No, it's not awesome. It's solid. It's solid.
It's a perfect place to
even I'll say it. It's solid food. It's solid. But I wouldn't say
like it's just
I wouldn't say it's the best restaurant in Kentucky. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. I mean, that's literally crazy.
Yeah.
I thought my food takes were bad. Rubio's are the worst. He also does eat Skittles for breakfast.
You're totally
take someone like that seriously.
I'm losing my internet. One of the two.
What?
You're losing your internet like that one day, or I am. One of the two.
I don't know.
Chili's and Roadhouse? I like Chili's significantly better than Roadhouse for the record.
Chili's was bomb. I used to eat Chili's all the time.
I like Chili's a lot. There's not a Chili's close to me, though. It's like I got to drive like 20 plus minutes to get to it, so I don't go as much.
The one right by my old house was taken out for a Hooters, but until it was, I used to go there all the time as a kid. It was great. Love Chili's. Yeah, I can eat some of the stuff. It's just some of the places gross me. Like Chili's, Roadhouse, that's like a different level to me. There's like McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, and then there's like the next tier, which is like Chili's, Roadhouse, those type of
it's
places.
like a sit down versus fast food, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's different. It's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can fuck with Chili's. Love that. All right. So we hit on receiver. I feel like we're pretty close here with receiver. Who's like your favorite receiver? Like if you couldn't fade
Rome
one
by
guy.
a mile is my favorite receiver, like by a mile. My
so
two
you're
locks of the slate are Rome and Bijan. Like I am playing those two for sure.
Okay, so you're Rome over London. I think I'm London slightly over Rome.
Like, Rome's the first guy going in my lineups.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I think Rome is like closer to like Ibuka, like where he's just a beast. Like I just think he's really good.
Well, he is a beast.
I know. I'm saying like I think he's closer to like whatever the top tier is than the middle.
Well, he's their number one.
He's closer to Jamar Chase than freaking Tupac.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's way better than
whatever
Tupac.
The example is. I think he's way better than people think he is.
I think what you're saying is you think he's like legit better than Drake London, but not Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
that's I think what you're saying.
I mean, how about Jabbar yesterday? By the way, this dude, I'm sure you watched it. You watched this dude gave him the gritty and felt so good about himself. And then the next play, Flacco audible. This is the best part of the story. He audible just to throw it at Chase again. Somehow there's not a flag. The dude catches it through two guys, and then gritties. That is what it's all about right there.
Just literally in the huddle, he's like, just throw it to me, Joe. Just throw it, audible it. Throw it to me. I don't care. Two guys.
Got it.
He did.
Why would you do that? It wasn't like if it was 4th down and he made that play, do it. Let Chase know. But it was 3rd down. You can't do it when he's got another play coming.
I don't know why you say anything to guys like Chase anyways, because you know they use that as like fire. Like I don't know why
he's better than you. Like no matter what, you know he's better than you. So
in my head, it's just always like the Jordan thing. We hear all those stories all the time where the guys he would suck and the guys would be talking shit to him, and then all of a sudden in the 4th quarter he'd be like, okay, and he'd go for like 30 in the 4th quarter, and it was all just from them talking shit. Yeah. That's all it was. Like Jamar Chase just pulled one of those Jordan days out where he's like, okay.
Not interference on top of it. He got mauled.
I think it was because he just caught it. So it was just like, whatever.
You think if he didn't catch it, they would have thrown it out probably. You're probably right.
No, I do. Honestly. That happens all the time.
They call a foul if you miss the layup. Like it's, yeah.
Same thing. All right. I agree with Trevor. 650 watching. Hit the like button. Let's hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not subscribed to Rumpier Sports. And check us out at rumpiersports.com if you want to be a member. Rumpier Premium gets you every sport, one price. Also SaberSim if you want to try out SaberSim's awesome product. Best opto in the business. Rumpier Premium has that all in one package. And if you just want single sports, you just want NFL, we got you covered there as well. Sign up and make sure you link your account to Discord and get in the Rumpier Sports Discord. Talk ball with us all throughout the day. Like Tony said, Tony was in Discord. I mean, he's not usually in Discord early in the morning. I saw Tony in Discord early this morning for the first time in a while. I thought I was seeing things. I was like, oh, that's weird. But I also, you text me at like 2 in the morning and then again at 7. So
yeah.
A lot of odd things happening.
Things done because I haven't been sleeping too good.
Yeah. Seriously, you must have slept terrible. 2 in the morning.
I watched that show. It's so good though. That Task show. I bet you haven't watched it yet, but it's so freaking good. Got it. It's HBO. You like all the HBO shows?
Love them. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. There's
what's it called?
Left. Task, like Task Force. Like it's a task force called Task. So freaking good. There's one episode left, so you got a week to catch up.
Is it like action packed or is it like funny?
Yeah, it's like these guys are doing home invasions, and then one of them goes wrong, and then they're trying to. It's all the dynamic between a gang
I'll check
and
it out.
people doing home invasions.
I'll check it out definitely. All right, Anything else here at wide receiver, Tony? Luke
I think
McCaffrey.
receiver is the hardest position of the night, honestly. Besides Rome, I don't think anything's a lock at receiver, but that goes to your point where take some chances at receiver.
I think I'm going
to Rome, play Rome, and fade DJ. That's my receiver take.
I'm 100%. I'm going to take it a step forward. Go play like Luther or OZ on top of it. Like
OZ's made us a lot of money on these short slates.
I love OZ. I love OZ.
Made us you're talking me into it just thinking about it right now. OZ.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
OZ's been good to us.
You play Luther or OZ, and then you take a shot on like a Lane or a McCaffrey on Washington. Yeah, like that team is going to be interesting if you start doing stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what I like on this slate. Let's get to tight end here, Tony. I think a really rough tight end slate. I mean, definitely got to be one of the worst tight end slates we've had in a little bit. I know the last one wasn't that good. Dalton Kincaid banged up. Loveland has been banged up. I don't know if he's coming back. It looks like he could be coming off a bye. What are you doing here at tight end? I mean, Cole Kmet, is that where you're going?
Everything you said is why I think it's the easiest position. I think it's Kyle Pitts. He's got a double-digit projection. I know he's let us down a million times in the past, but we don't – at least I don't, ever feel super confident in Drake. I just think tight end, Kyle Pitts, he's looked good this year. Say what you want. He's looked better this year. He's talented. He's 3,700. He's got – and tight end's the one position, too, that I think you're going to just have to be the leading scorer. I think it's very likely that him or Zach Ertz or Dalton, if they're in, is the highest scorer. I mean, people are going to roll the dice at tight end like we usually do. 2,500, Dawson Knox, 3,200, Cole Kmet, Loveland. I love Loveland in college, but he just hasn't done a ton, although it is out of a bye week. I think it's just super, super easy. And honestly, it could come down to my quarterback. If I play Josh Allen, I will 100% play Pitts or Dalton Kincaid. If I play Jaden, I'll for sure play Ertz. 100% I'll play Ertz. If I play Caleb, I'll actually play Kyle Pitts, which I think a lot of people, if they play Caleb, will play Kmet or Colston Loveland, just the way it lines up. I think that's what they'll do. I'd rather play a Luther Burden, a OZ, one of those guys in similar price ranges over the tight ends. So that could be where I'm different. These tight ends have killed me, these Bears tight ends. I don't really want to go to them. I think it's Pitts, though. I think I can fit Pitts. I don't have to. He's only 3,700. Only 600 more than these guys. I think it's Kyle Pitts, and he fits my build really good. So I like Ertz a decent amount too, though. I could play both of those guys.
Yeah, you're selling me on Kyle Pitts a little bit. I think Zach Ertz is my favorite, but I think you sold me. Kyle Pitts.
You could do worse than playing both of those guys. You get a lot of upside for those prices.
Yeah, so I'll rank it Ertz, then Pitts, and then Loveland if he's back. I like him a little bit off the bye. I mean, at some point they're going to have to use him. It's just like they drafted this dude extremely high. He's going to get more and more
out of the freaking Colts guy. I mean, come on.
It's crazy. And someone was asking about Luther Burden and is his role kind of similar to, I think it was Trey Tucker. Luther Burden's got a specific package of plays that they run for him right now because they have DJ Moore. But you would assume the package gets a little more and a little more as we get off this bye. So that's another reason why we don't like DJ as much, I think, because we would have to think he could eat a little bit more into someone's role, and it could be DJ's. So, I mean, he's similar. He's a little different, though. I think, honestly, Luther Burden could play any receiver position, whereas Trey Tucker, I feel he's got his position. I think Luther Burden could literally be put anywhere on the field, and he'd probably have some success, honestly. But he can make big plays, that's for sure. So back to tight end, though. So are you going to play any Kmet? I mean, just looking at ownership right now, let's see where we got here. Mainly Ertz, Kyle Pitts. Those are the top two. Dalton Kincaid, who's banged up at 22. I'm assuming you don't like him a little bit.
Who was it?
Kincaid.
I mean, if he's in there and we get like good reports, I like Dalton Kincaid. I don't like. He's another guy. Him and Drake London. I swear every time I play them, they get hurt, and it's just so happens it's an island game now. Dalton Kincaid gets concussed every time I play him, literally every single time.
So
but
you should play Dawson Knox. He's going to get concussed.
Dawson Knox is like everyone's going to want to pivot. I think a lot of people are going to play Dawson Knox.
Yeah,
he's 2,500. I didn't buy a lot. I shouldn't have said a lot because obviously.
Well, no, I think a lot will if we get bad reports on Kincaid.
If Dalton Kincaid is out or bad, then yes. I'm saying. I mean, it'd probably be good if that happens because he's going to get over-owned in that case at 2,500. He never does anything. Even say best case scenario, he somehow catches a touchdown. I still don't think you're guaranteed to just have him on the winner in that case. He could have 9 points with a touchdown or 8 points with a touchdown, which would be great. Don't get me wrong. He's 2,500. I would take that. But I don't know. I just don't see it. I think it's just an easy position. Just play Pitts and Ertz, and they're 3K. They're not even that much more than Dawson Knox.
No, they're not.
And you don't need studs. You don't have to. We can play an OZ. We can play a Burden. We can play a Algier.
I think the wide receiver position is where you take the shots because it's not that good anyways.
Yeah, it sucks. Debo, do I really have to play Debo? I like Debo. But do I really have to play him? I just have to play him on all my teams? No.
No. And he's going to get ownership. He's going to get ownership. So, yeah, I'm with you. Someone asked, could you play JCM with Daniels? I mean, you could. I don't like it as much, but you could do it, Tony, right? On a 2-game slate.
I mean, you can do anything on a 2-game slate. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone else said, where was this? This slate is simple. You play 100% Josh Allen, Bijan, London, Pitts, scatter everything else. I'm kind of quarterback. I definitely don't think you lock Josh Allen because they have games where Cook gets it all. But I agree with Bijan. Yeah. I think you should take more stands on 2-gamers, though. Lock in a few people and go with it. You would put Rome over London.
Rome, for me, is in there ahead of London for sure. For one, because the Bijan effect.
I think there's more interchangeable random pieces on Chicago that can screw Rome than there is in Atlanta and what's the other teams that no, the Bills definitely could be totally random too. So I think Atlanta's the one team I feel like it's Bijan, it's Algier, it's London, it's Pitts.
My man Sam, we hung out in New York one time. Is that you, Sam? I think that's you. We hung out in New York. Sam's the man, but we can't play Penix. He's got a small wiener. We can't play small wieners on a Monday night.
Can't play Penix. You have to throw it in there. You always got to give the small wiener comment.
Yeah,
in there
you got to clarify. You got to clarify that's why you can't play Penix tonight. I'll be stunned. There's a lot of things that I'll be stunned if Penix is in the winner.
Yeah, that will be one thing. I wouldn't be shocked if any of the other three quarterbacks are in the winner. If Penix is in the winner, I will be a little floored. If that
it's not like he's got to outscore Bo Nix and good quarterback, but he's got to outscore the best quarterbacks.
Yeah, literally the best quarterbacks too. All right, defenses real quick, Tony. We've got 4 not so great defenses too. It's not like we have an obvious nut defense here. Is it just the defense against your quarterback season? Do you see a difference in some of these defenses here, like Washington as the top one, but then Bills are coming in just below? Honestly, the Bills are the one that scare me, even though I don't like Penix. I don't really love this Buffalo Bills defense.
I don't like the Bills are the one I'm fading, so I'm glad you said it. I don't like the Bills. Penix stinks, but you got the indoor. They want to run it too. They love to run it. Don't love that. So I'm actually the Bills are I'm not playing the Bills on defense, and it's just the fact too that I think they'll be right there with the highest owned. I think Washington will be higher, so they'll be second highest owned.
Yeah, I
But
like Washington and Chicago.
and I think Chicago's pretty sneaky too for the same reasons we always like. 3 of the 4 games, granted they've played some bad teams and quarterbacks, but double digits, 3 of 4 games. Jaden can take some sacks at times. It's outdoors. They're only 2,600. I think you can play the Falcons too. I mean, I don't love the spot, obviously, against Josh Allen, but he makes turnovers too. He can give you the ball and have stuff happen, especially our same strategy. No one's playing the Falcons with Josh Allen. Like, it's a 2-game strategy, and I think their defense is low-key, like, way better than people think. Even though I know Buffalo will score, it could be the perfect storm. Josh Allen throws the ball other way for 6, the same scenario we always talk about. But I like the 2 cheap ones the most, but the Commanders too, I think, are in play. Lot of I'm okay. The Bills are really the only one I don't like.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Bills are the ones I don't like. I think you can definitely play the Falcons, especially if you like Josh Allen. Like, the way Josh Allen nuts on this entire slate is you get him trailing. How do you get him trailing? Well, maybe you get an early pick 6 to the house, a fumble to the house, a kick, like some way where you get on top of Josh Allen, where you put him in a hole, and then he feels like he has to do a lot to get out, and they don't have to just run their obvious offense where they just want to run the ball through you constantly. So, yeah, it makes sense to me. Washington will be the one I probably have the most of, and then the Bears and the Falcons will be the other 2, but a little more Bears to me. All right, Tony, let's get to our plays of the day. You can just give like your favorite overall play and then someone, 10% or less that you like on the slate, and I'll pull back up the ownership.
I just realized the freaking baseball starts at 5. I thought it started at 6. I'm behind.
Well, good thing it's only 4:30.
I know, but I was thinking I had more time. What am I giving first? Like or anti-like?
So let's do your favorite overall play,
Okay.
and then we'll do your low owned play, and then we'll do the anti play last.
Okay, because it's 2 gamer, and I already gave them my 2 locks are Bijan and Rome, both above 50%. That's fine. 2 gamer. Those are my 2 locks. My low owned. How low owned do they got to be? Below 20,
like the 10% or less.
Well, I got to go below 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like 15 or below, whatever.
I mean, we could both give. Really, the only guy in the 15 range is OZ. We both like him anyways. I'll give someone under 10.
No, give OZ, dude.
No, that's too easy. I don't want to. We both like him. There's a bunch of guys under 10 anyways. There's a lot of guys I think you can spend. Like in like if you play 20 max, like the $3, I think a lot of people play that. I think you could literally like take little stabs on like even like Jackson Hawes. Didn't he catch a touchdown last week or something? I think he caught one.
It was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
2 weeks ago, whatever it was. Like there's a lot of guys down here, but my guy, I loved our strategy with Algier. He's only 4% owned. I think he's a rock solid play down there for my low owned play.
That was the guy I was gonna give, and then we both like OZ. I mean, Luther Burden's the other guy I like.
There's a lot of guys we've talked about down here, honestly.
Yeah.
I like a few of them, even more dark horses like Manon guy coming off a bye. I'm going to take little stabs on a lot of these guys. Just little stabs.
I think I want 2 receivers down here is going to be my take. Like I want.
What about Shavers?
I just don't know if Shavers could catch a touchdown, but I don't know if he's going to give us like the big. I think it might just be like one catch for 12 yards and a TD.
500 though, 500 stacks if he somehow is the guy.
It's true. First TD. This is my point though. Like Shavers is a good first TD bet. What's his odds? Like I bet his odds are insane. Those are the guys I like to bet first touchdown. Let me look real quick.
Spencer Hawes.
That's another one. Like I wouldn't play him in DFS, but I would rather play him like as a first touchdown bet or as a showdown play or something like that. Not on like the 2 gamer. Let's see though. First TD bet. Jackson Hawes he's only 30-1, Jackson Hawes. I thought he was going to be higher than that. 30-1 doesn't seem. I mean, that's interesting. Tony, did you think he was going to be higher than that?
I mean, you can only put him so high. That's pretty high. But yeah, I mean, it's just.
I thought he was going to be like Shavers is 55-1.
Yeah.
Like I thought Jackson Hawes was going to be like.
I think it's because he's a tight end when they get down by the goal line. Like my Bengals guys, I always bet. Like they just slip out and catch a touchdown.
And Kincaid is banged up.
Yeah,
so
it's still 30-1 for a tight end. Tight ends are always good bets down there. Honestly, it's probably a good bet at 30-1.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad bet at 30-1. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I could see that. Curtis Samuel at 35-1. I think is a fine. I think that's a fine one.
Curtis Samuel looked good last week. He really did to me.
He honestly, like, I always kind of thought he looked decent. He was just on that bad Washington team for years, like with no quarterbacks. So kind of screwed him. And then the other game, I like Caleb Williams' first touchdown at 18-1. He's plus 340 anytime touchdown. I like those bets. Tony, did you see a first touchdown you like? You like Luther Burden at 30?
My problem is I just like the good guys tonight. Sometimes I do bet some long shots too, but some games I just like the shorter shots. And I think tonight I don't like the long shots as much. Maybe in the Washington game, but the Atlanta game, there's too many horses up top that I've been having some good success with these quarterbacks running it in. Mahomes last night. I know it wasn't first touchdown, but it was anytime scored. Yeah. Josh Allen, you can usually get a decent number. I mean, his first touchdown, what is it? Probably 10-1 or something.
Who?
Josh Allen.
10-1.
Oh, it's not that high because he runs. I didn't look.
Let me see.
I feel like it's always like that number.
Josh Allen is plus 650 on DK Sportsbook.
I mean, that's for first touchdown, man. I don't like that. Man.
It's James Cook at plus 500 and Bijan at 425 are the.
Yeah, I like the two running backs significantly more than Josh Allen in that bet.
Yeah, me too. Definitely some good long shot ones out there. Landis says OZ at 22-1. 70-1 on
baby. Give us another one, OZ.
Shavers is 70-1 on the other site. That's definitely a better bet. You're getting 70-1. You got Caleb at 25-1. I like that. Horge asked thoughts on Swift. We both didn't love Swift here in this spot. So Swift's definitely someone we were lower on at running back. All right, Tony, I'm going to pretend Spencer Smith's last comment about Swift going to pull the Joe Mixon. I'm just going to pretend.
I just love that people still talk about it.
It's one of the greatest anti-calls ever. We got to give our anti-play, Tony, before we get out of here. Who's your anti-play?
I said Mixon sucked for like 4 years too, and he busted every week but one, and everyone remembers the 1 week that he had 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, of course.
The so above 50%. Who's my above 50% bust? Oh, Bill, yeah. My anti-play of the night is 100% Big Bill. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Big Bill, my anti-play of the night.
Can I go 2? But a little lower than 50? Keon Coleman and DeAndre Swift together. Coleman's
projected over 50. There's no way.
He's 30, but I still think it's bad.
Fall out of my chair. If it's
DeAndre Swift is 47. Keon's I don't like either of them. I'm not playing either of them, but I still think that's too high.
Keon
like both of them
even count, but I accept it because it was the second one.
Okay, I'm just trying to
he's
look.
He's like an actual like just good fade. Like he's. Yeah.
Well, one other guy I'm going to be low on is Debo. So I guess I can give him out because I'm going to be low on him.
He's the highest of all. He might be one of the highest owned on the whole slate. That's your true champion.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm going to be lowest on. All right, we'll give that then. We'll give that. So there's the anti-plays, the plays that we're going to be out on.
With, and then you brought the hammer in to finish. You buried the lead.
Yeah. Oh, what are you gonna do? I didn't even think about. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm not playing that much. I'm not playing any Debo. And I was like, why don't I just say Debo? So, all right, that's gonna do it for this show, guys. Went almost an hour and a half. Hope you enjoyed this show. If you did, on your way out, please hit the like button on this video and make sure you're subscribed to this channel for all the other free shows we have throughout this week. We'll have more shows tomorrow. Wednesday, we got the Print Factory with me, Big T, and ODB, 2 p.m. Eastern time for that show. And then back, of course, for Thursday night football showdown, 3 p.m. Eastern time here. And don't forget, NBA's around the corner next week. Another reason to sign up for the Run Pure Premium package. Get in now for all sports because that is going to be starting up. And then we'll just be fully ready to roll with the best time of sports, which is when we have NBA and NFL at the same time. Best time, at least for me anyways, when we talk about sports. So, yep, it's time for me to get a nice warm cup of water. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck in your DraftKings, DFS, and betting tonight for Big T and myself, JSU. Hopefully, we'll see you in the Run Pure Sports Discord. But until next time, we're out of here. Bye.